and Hamas and this ceasefire deal proposal?
Anita, there's a massive gap between the two sides, and it comes down basically to this. The Israeli leadership, the Israeli government, does not want to sign up to any deal that would limit its ability to achieve its stated military objective of destroying Hamas militarily and politically. So they will not agree to anything that smacks of a permanent ceasefire. On the other hand, for Hamas, they will not sign up to anything that does not include explicit written guarantees that there will be a permanent ceasefire. And on that basis, they would release those hostages that it holds. Now, how do you narrow that gap? Because what we are seeing at the moment is this US plan that President Biden announced at the end of May simply is not clear enough for both parties. It's going to require a huge amount of cajoling on both sides. But let's be clear here. The United States is playing a grotesque game of diplomatic shenanigans because it is saying that this is an Israeli deal. Israel isn't claiming this deal as its own at all. It actually effectively rejects it. Everybody can hear Israeli leaders saying they won't want a permanent ceasefire. And yet the United States is trying to put all the pressure on Hamas. It should be putting pressure on all sides to get to a ceasefire.
Yeah, and what about the Qataris, the Egyptians, who've also been heavily involved in trying to mould, to craft some sort of deal? What influence can they bring at this point, or is it really about what America does?
The challenge for Qatar and Egypt and those who are trying to work with Hamas is that they have no answer to Hamas's riposte that Israel is not signed up to this deal. And for all that they will try to do to bring this about, if Israeli leaders keep on saying that they have to retain the right to continue military operations even after the hostages are released, then there will not be any deal. There's nothing in it for Hamas. So we've reached an impasse. And that's why there needs to be pressure on both sides. But really important, and I think this is the most important thing, Anita, is that in Gaza, there are 2.3 million Palestinians. By the middle of next month, the UN says that they will be facing 1 million of them death by starvation. Aid is not getting in. They are dying by starvation, by dehydration, by bombing. The situation is intolerable. We should not be allowing this to continue. And yet you see all these games being played. That has to stop. It is totally inhumane what is going on. It is why people refer to it as a possible genocide, why we're looking at crimes against humanity. It's why the International Criminal Court and the International Court of Justice are involved.
Chris, we are out of time, but thank you very much.